Over the last few weeks, there's been an effort by some public interest groups and others to raise money over the massive election fraud that occurred that appears to have, quote, elected, of course, not really, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as president and vice president of the United States. The people who are doing this fundraising do not know the facts. They do not know the truth. They don't know how it really works. The president does, however. In an interview that he gave with Maria Bartiromo of Fox Business last Sunday, the president admitted that he will not get relief, the remedies that he seeks, in the courts, and that his so-called Justice Department, which is the Department of Injustice, or should I say the Department of Do Nothing, will not come to his defense. I think that the Attorney General, Blowhard Bill, as I call him, Blowhard Bill Barr or Puxatani Bill, after the groundhog in Pennsylvania that usually runs back into his hole on February 2nd of each year, that he's probably threatened to resign if Trump orders him to conduct an investigation and to bring indictments. And not just with regard to the election fraud, but with regard to everything, with regard to Comey, Clapper, Brennan, McCabe, the Lovebirds, the Obamas, the Clintons, and of course, the bribery scam of the Bidens with regard to the Ukraine, China, and other countries. This is the state of the nation. People that go out there and sell the false view that there will be an effort in the courts and at the Justice Department to overturn the so-called results of this fraudulent election are simply not telling the truth. And I get 30 emails a day virtually from Trump's campaign itself asking for more money. Well, where is the money going if the president is not himself stepping up to the plate and acting? He is, at least for the next month and a half, the chief executive of the executive branch of government. He can order the Justice Department to investigate and when they find the crimes, bring indictments. He does not need Blowhard Bill. He can fire Blowhard Bill. He can appoint an interim attorney general. I'm available if he wishes to appoint me or appoint anybody else, and we'll get justice done, and we can get it done a lot quicker than even in a month and a half. Now, Freedom Watch is bringing citizens' grand juries. As soon as the COVID-19 allows people to congregate, we'll be indicting people beyond Robert Mueller that we indicted last fall. We'll try, fry, and convict them, sentence them, and seek to mete out the sentences as citizens arrest peacefully and legally. But if you had the power of government behind you, can you imagine what you could do? That you could bring about real change and results. And if the American people do not rise up and act, and if the president continues to sit there and just feel sorry for himself that he lost and that the American people, in effect, lost, then yes, we are in a revolutionary state. We've already been in a revolutionary state. And that's why I wrote my book, It Takes a Revolution, Forget the Scandal Industry. Forget the clowns on Fox News and elsewhere that will tell you things are going to happen when they don't happen, to get people to tune in each night, to jingle the change, to augment, to increase advertising dollars. You can bet that their salaries have not been reduced over COVID-19. They're simply lying to the American people. Sean Hannity lies to the American people every single night. The man does not have a shred of credibility. I mean, sometimes you even have to be critical of President Trump. As much as we appreciate what he did, as much as we love what he did and want him to succeed, sometimes you have to tell people that they're not doing things the right way. Hannity don't ever do that because he's become a lapdog. He's a joke. And that's why you have to turn off the scandal industry on Fox News. And that's why you have to rise up. And Newsmax is not an answer either. It's owned and managed. The CEO, Chris Ruddy, gave $1 million to the Clinton Foundation. Ruddy's a two-faced, dishonest individual. I wouldn't watch that station if it was the last station on earth. At one time, I wrote for Newsmax on its blog. 80% of my stories were censored. I just gave up. Why bother? Because it's not really conservative. Now, here's the story, ladies and gentlemen. If the American people don't rise up, we're going to lose this country in short order. And if you think all the wealth that you see around you is going to remain, it's not. And if you think the radical leftists are not going to be on your front lawn, even with a President Biden and a Vice President Kamala Harris, you are mistaken. And if you don't think you need your Second Amendment rights to defend yourself, you live on another planet, maybe another solar system. So it's time that the American people realize this. It's like we're sitting on the deck of the Titanic, as I've said many times, as it's sinking, as the music plays on. But unless you wake up, unless you snap out of it, you and your loved ones are in serious jeopardy. Hear that? Serious jeopardy. And I'm not trying to create panic or fear. I'm telling you reality. These leftists, frankly, want us all dead. Did you hear that? They want us dead. They want to take this country over, Bolshevik style. And they want to then dismantle it, spread all the so-called wealth. There'll be nothing left. And I'm not just talking about left. Wealth. I'm talking about ethics, morality, respect for the law, religion, respect for God. God is on the verge of destroying the civilization as he's destroyed many others. And he's going to do it if the people don't rise up and, frankly, see the truth, see the light, see his light and the light of his son. And that's my message for today. Go and read the Declaration of Independence. See what our founding fathers had to do under even less worse circumstances. Prevent this disaster from happening. And go read my book, It Takes a Revolution, that you can get at Amazon.com, which gives concrete solutions short of violence to bring about a peaceful and legal revolution. If that does not work, I will not advocate violence, but there are others out there who will. And this country will be torn apart in the final chapter of its history. That's the message for today. God bless you. God bless your family. God save your family. Stay safe. Remember, God is with us. But if we do nothing, this civilization is going to go the way of ancient Rome and ancient Greece in short order. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.
Apresúrate a la venta de amigos y familiares de JCPenney. Todos obtienen hasta 50% de descuento por toda la tienda. Ahorra en ropa y pijamas para todos, decoración para el hogar, acogedoras mantas, joyería con diamantes y más. Ahorra extra con tu cupón de 30% de descuento. Y aprovecha entrega tu auto. Es rápido y gratis. Juntos en celebración y paz. JCPenney. Ofertas válidas del 2 al 9 de diciembre. Aplican condiciones y exclusiones. Detalles en la tienda jcp.com.